What do you get when you mix terraforming Mars with dinosaurs and Pokemon-like creatures? You get over $2 million raised on Kickstarter, and you also get a Kickstarter rundown. Let's do this. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is my Kickstarter rundown series where I talk about 10 games that are currently on Kickstarter, give you an overview about them, and give you my personal thoughts and opinions to see if they are worth backing or not. And as always, if there is a game that you guys want me to cover or go more in depth over, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll be happy to do so. Now with that being said, if you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to absolutely destroy that like button, and now let's just get right into the video. Starting off with the biggest one, Casting Shadows. Explore a dark enchanted world and battle your opponents in this 2 to 4 player turn-based competitive strategy player elimination game. Throughout the game, you'll be collecting resources, learning new spells, summoning a companion, and if you're lucky enough, you can unlock your special shadow form. There are 3 phases to follow on your turn. Phase 1, you'll roll 5 resource dice to form your resource pool. Phase 2, you take up to 4 actions such as Travel, where you remove your character from your current hex to an adjacent hex. Collect, move a spell, counter spell, or resource card from next to your hex tile to your spell book by spending the required resources. Refresh, move the card next to your hex tile to the discard pile and replace it with the top card from the main deck. Reroll, choose any number of rolled resource dice and roll them again. Protect, remove 1 cursed crystal from your resource pool because cursed crystals can hurt you. Cast, spend resources to use a spell card from your spell book. You can use a spell card effect only once per turn. This game is really marketing to a family-friendly style of game, but it is also a player elimination game. So I do wonder if you play with that 5 to 6 player expansion or that add-on, how the downtime will be if you play with that many players. I mean, at the player count that it is, at the 2 to 4 players, I can see the game going really fast, which is good with a player elimination game. However, I'm not too sure it's worth picking up that 5 to 6 player expansion. I haven't played it yet, so I can't really speak on that. That's just my initial thoughts when I first saw the campaign. I think the artwork is cute, and I think it could be a really good family game depending on how complex the gameplay is. It doesn't seem like it's going to be overall complex based on those 4 different phases that you do on your turn. Overall, this is from the same creators that brought Unstable Unicorn and Here to Slay to life, and that game brought a lot of new people to the hobbies, so I can't give this one too much hate. And the price is actually a really good price point depending on the price that you pledge at. I mean, I don't think you need to get the collector's edition, although those standees and those miniatures look really great. Let me know what you guys think of this style of game in the comment section down below. Me personally, I don't think this is my kind of game, but I'd be interested to hear your guys' thoughts. Ares Expedition, 3 brand new expansions. Give me more, give me more. Crisis. Every round a new crisis card will be drawn that will require the players to achieve a certain goal to remove the crisis from play. Each and every turn that crisis card is not completely dealt with, it will lower 1 or more of the terraforming metrics that keep Mars livable. Discovery. This adds 4 new mechanics to the game, such as rewards, milestones, upgradable phase cards, and wild tags. Milestones are victory points that are rewarded during the game when a player first achieves a milestone. Awards are endgame scoring that grants a player that has the most of something. The phase cards are project and corporation cards that has 2 different versions, and players choose what version they want to upgrade, leading to different bonuses. So basically an expansion that will grant you different ways of gaining victory points. Foundation. This expansion will allow up to 5 to 6 players to the game. It will come with 2 additional game boards. My initial thoughts so far about this one is I think it might be best to wait to retail to pick up this game so you can save on that shipping price. But I do understand how much people love this game and they want to pick it up right now. I do think that the Crisis expansion is very interesting to play this game cooperatively, or even that Foundation expansion that adds more player count, and of course Discovery brings new different strategies to the game. Anyways, let's move on to the next game. Tidal Blades 2, The Rise of the Unfolders. A cooperative dungeon crawl scenario board game where you are playing as the characters from the first Tidal Blades game and going into the fold, fighting monsters, and uncovering the mysteries that lie ahead. It has amazing artwork and gameplay is fairly simple. So if you're looking for an easy to learn, heavy narrative dungeon crawl scenario game, check this one out. So I really enjoyed Tidal Blades 1, and this is more of a push your luck worker placement game, and this one is completely different. This one comes with a very unique mechanic with that Nexus grid, how you can play cards on a grid and you either activate the column or the row. That's very cool, and it does seem like the gameplay is simple enough that if you're new to dungeon crawl games, that you can easily pick this up. I love the artwork. That is what drew me to the first place to pick up Tidal Blades, and I love Axel. He's definitely my favorite character. I don't know how much. That is my favorite character out of the Tidal Blades. I am backing at the $1 level right now, and I think I might upgrade later on depending on what gets unlocked. I mean, it is at a high price point and shipping is high, and I can't back every single Kickstarter. There's still more great games coming out next week and throughout the year, so I really have to budget the Kickstarters that I back. So with that being said, let's just move on to the next game, Jurassic World Legacy of Isla, Nublar. A cooperative legacy game for 1 to 4 players in 12 thrilling adventures, in which you will customize an entire unique game board and breed new dinosaurs that you can't unmake. Together you will transform the island into an astonishing paradise where visitors will encounter creatures never before seen by the human eyes. Decide where to build your park facilities, dinosaur enclosures, and guest attractions. The island will be yours to change based on your choices. And in this game, you will only be able to replay the first and last adventure. Now, I'm not too sure how I feel about those dinosaur miniatures. I would rather prefer maybe some standees and have the cost lower. This game is priced on the heavier side, but I do like the fact of building my own Jurassic World, and I feel like this is an IP that a lot of people would enjoy, but it might be best straight to retail. I have to wait and see until this campaign ends. I'll definitely come back to this one and give you guys more about my thoughts closer to the end of the campaign. Malhya Lands of Legends. An adventure narrative dungeon crawl game for 1 to 5 players. What makes this one different from other games is how open world this one is and all of the different paths you can go on, with tons of flavor text and character progression to truly give the RPG gamer experience. You will become a hero, explore, fight, and solve puzzles, craft, and even negotiate your way to victory. It comes with a save progress system, so even if you can't complete a full-on game session, you're able to pick it up right where you left off. This one looks like it's going to be a really great open world RPG game. So if you're that type of player, this game looks like it's going to be right for you. I feel like the price is decent compared to these types of games, and so I would have to say, if this one looks interesting to you and you like those type of games, this is probably a game that's worth backing. Bad Karmas and the Curse of the Zodiac. The future of gaming is here with this new console system for board games. It is a boss battler where you are taking on 12 different Zodiac bosses that react differently based on how you attack them. Each one is unique and it is an app-based game. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to be the future of board gaming. Definitely looks really cool. It's a boss battle at the end of the day that has a cool app and a console. I'm interested to see where this goes in the future, but for now, this is a pass for me. Let me know if you guys would enjoy a game like this. I'm surprised it actually hasn't raised more money so far, but it is getting there. Have to wait and see where this goes next. Ryozen, a 2 to 4 player worker placement game that has multiple ways of scoring. Set in a fantasy world of mystical forces and animals with extraordinary abilities. Now, out of all the games on this list, I definitely think this one has a decent price point. Shipping's not too bad, and the game will look great on your table set up. Especially it has that cool palace tower set up in the middle. I'm not too sure if that's necessary, but it definitely looks great. And if you like worker placement games with this type of fantasy style, then this is a game for you. Sorcery, Contested Realm. It is a strategy fantasy trading card game that is played on a 5x4 square grid. Now, what is really cool about this game is all the art and how it is actually hand painted with iconic top-down design. 2 players will take on the role of avatars, assemble their own decks, then cast a variety of different spells, summon powerful minions, and shape the world around them in the effort to increase their dominance and eventually banish their foe. So pretty much the only thing I can mention for this one, if you like Magic the Gathering, then you're definitely probably going to like this game, or if you like trading card games and old school artwork like this, it definitely looks like it'd be a game for you. But I do have to mention, I can't believe they have a $12,000 pledge Canadian. That's insane. Or even a $3,000 pledge. I can't believe that. And if you're pledging that, I just gotta ask, where are you getting your money? Like, that's insane to spend on a board game or any game at all. $12,000? I don't know. If you have money to throw around, then yeah, I guess go for it. Anyways, besides that fact, I think this could be a good trading card game. It definitely gives me an old school vibe, and I think that's why a lot of people have backed this game. It's $12,000. I just feel like you could do a lot more with that money than spend it on a game. But that's just me. Fire in the Hole, the Plundering Pirate Game. A new family-friendly pirate game where you're tossing cannonballs into a pirate ship, trying to connect 4 of them. You can spin the pirate ship around, and you can play some cards to hinder your opponent. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, last up, we have Tamashii, Chronicles of Ascend. This is a cyberpunk scenario game where there are 4 different phases to follow during the gameplay, and that is the quest phase, where you check to see if you completed any of the following quests. Next is the programming phase, where you would program the stuff on your board to try to complete different abilities. After that, it is the action phase, where you can spend up to 3 actions to move around the board. And after that is the enemy phase, where they will perform their actions. There's been an update where they released a new expansion that is the Cyber Cat expansion, which, I mean, it is a cat expansion. I'm sure people are going to love that. For me personally, getting that deluxe set with the miniature set, I think that is well priced, and I feel like overall it is decent. I don't really actually own a cyberpunk game, so personally for me, I am backing that one. It looks cool. And Waking Realms Light is a company I also don't mind supporting. I think they say they're a little sister or daughter company to Awakening Realms. So overall, this is going to be a lighter version of a game that Awakening Realms would do, which is fine because this is a game that I want to add to my collection. I explain more about how this game plays in this video right here, so you guys should definitely check that out. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Well, that settles it. I don't think I can back any of these games.